Good morning everyone, it's the 25th of January, welcome back. I'm David Pengilly. I'm recreating this 911 RS Special on a tight budget, yeah? And this week I've taken the car to the MOT station, and after everything that we've done to it, it passed first time, so some success for the two Daves. Anyway, so now I can drive the car. I taxed it, that cost me 230 quid. The MOT, £45, and I'm up and running, I'm on the road. And so today, I'm going to give the car a little treat. I want to get rid of the old 911 1970s plastic steering wheel and put on this brand new Momo Prototipo RS leather steering wheel. So that should be something a bit special. So here we go. So here is the new wheel. It has got some sort of black anodized finish on it, which I thought would look nice in the Porsche because it has got a black interior. Black leather hand stitched around the edge. I personally like leather rather than anything like slippery like wood because, as you know, I like going rally driving in my cars. I think you can see from the boxes this is an original Momo setup. So it's a top quality product. It came complete with the Porsche horn button for the middle. And when it came, it was in these two boxes here. And I have put it together with these 6 Allen bolts around here. So originally, the boss, which is this piece, was separate. I've put that in. And also here, there's a little metal ring inside here which you have to incorporate, which is called the horn ring. So that creates some sort of electrical connection to this piece here. So let's have a look at what we've got already. Here's the original wheel. Now, when I got this car, it had a leather stitch on that had been put on over the top of here, because you see this rubber is all perished. But despite that, the horn still works on it, and I think that is pretty good for a car that is 40 years old. So it's continued to work for 40 years without giving any problems. So very, very good. Anyway, it's going to get changed today, so let's see how we get on. There's no instructions with the new wheel, but I felt on the back and there are no little hidden screws, so I think that the horn push has just been popped on. So I'm going to try and, yep, there we go, pop it off with a screwdriver. 3, 4. Okay, now inside there is a wire for the horn. I've got to take that off, and you can see there, that's the horn unit separated. Okay, now this is the spanner that I use on my other old car for the steering wheel. So I'm going to see, yeah, it's the same size. Okay, so I want to undo that nut there. Now I know from experience that you can either hold the wheel with your knee and try and undo it, or what is probably better is turn it to full lock so that it's jammed, and then try and undo it. Yep, got it, no problem here, it wasn't even all that tight. Now I'm going to need that nut again. That's coming. There it is. There's a special washer inside. Oh shit, it's all full of dust. all over me. So that is the old wheel off. Quite easy so far. Now I know I turned that about 1.5 turns to full lock. So I want to put it back. That should be about straight for the wheels, yeah, because it's important, isn't it, that the wheel is the right way up when the wheels are going straight down the road, yeah? Okay. So next, I'm going to try the new wheel on there. With that boss. There we go. That's how it looks. Now, before I do anything else, I'm just going to put this nut back on, even though it might only be loose, hand tight, and I'm going to drive the car a few meters up and down the road just to make sure that the car is driving straight and the wheels are now facing straight ahead. Then when I fit the wheel, I'll only have to do it once instead of probably come back and do it a second time. Okay, so here's the next important thing that I've just found out, and it relates to this little ring. Now this ring has got a brass contact on one side that slides round on another brass ring which is on the steering column, and it produces the electricity through to the horn, and that is why it's got that wire there to the horn push. So this is the Porsche part, and on the side here this piece clicks off and on as you turn on the indicators on the indicator stalk, so you know how it self-cancels. So that piece must be refitted to the new wheel. Now the people who provide this wheel must have known that, because I see that on the back there are 3 holes, and with that wire there, there's only one place that the wire can go. I hope you can see that. So my next job is to screw that onto the back and then put it in the right orientation, which is with this at the side, so that it will equally cancel both sets of indicators when you turn either way. So I think that I've screwed on the 6 Allen bolts in the wrong place to have this horizontal. So I'll have to do those again, and then everything is going to work just fine. Right, so there's the 3 screws in. I can see that plastic lug has got to cancel on the left hand side here. These indicators. Can you see the plastic comes out and then it comes by, cancels the indicator. So that must be on the left hand side. So then obviously you want to turn right, comes up above, and then when it comes back down, it hits it. Okay, so that's got to be on that side there. Right, that's the right position there. And with, oh, I know the car is facing straight ahead. I'm now going to take these bolts out, and hopefully I can move this around and get it the right way up. There is the horn ring that I told you about earlier. I'm hoping move it round one hole. That's about right, isn't it? check if it's up straight. I think it's about right. That's not the first time that has happened. You're supposed to disconnect the battery when you do horn work, but instead of that I just use that piece of tape. Okay. Second try. I would say just be careful when you do this, don't scratch this black or even rough up the heads of these screws if you can avoid it. Try and keep it all nice, yeah? Because you're going to notice that every time you get in the car. So far I've done no damage. So for those of you in the know about Porsches, there is one original wire that was already on the Porsche, and there is one new wire that came on the horn ring, which came with the new steering wheel. So I've now got two wires. And when I look at the back of the new button, there are two connectors. So the actual button works slightly different to the old Porsche one, which only needed one wire to earth out the current. There must be a relay involved, I think. That's it. Right. Let's try it. Oh, you already know it's working then. Pretty good. Put that in. Facing up straight with the wheel. Go in. It will go in. Right, so that was a nice easy job. That is done. No problem there. Well, it's a lovely day, and that steering wheel job didn't take long, so I'm going to take the opportunity to try and do one or two more finishing off jobs to make this a very nice car. Anyway, I'm David Pengilly. Thank you very much for watching.